The mill started in 1868, and at that time it was actually a flour mill, and they used wheat that was grown in the local area to manufacture flour. They used strictly hydroelectric power that was generated from the Poudre River that runs directly behind the mill. About 100 years later, the Bixler family, along with a group of investors, purchased the mill, and at that time it was actually called Colorado Milling and Elevator Company, and they had a brand of feed called Ranchway. They changed the name of the company to Ranchway Feeds, and that became the brand and the company name. For almost 50 years now, the Bixler family has continued to own Ranchway Feeds, and today Bonnie Zeiden and her husband Kim, and along with Bonnie's brother Joe, are the owners, and they are here daily managing and making decisions for the company. So one of the things that really sets Ranchway apart from our competition is our niche market is specializing in customized feeds. We can make a custom feed for anybody, and we maintain thousands of formulas for that reason. Our incoming ingredients come from several different locations. We buy as many things as we can locally, such as corn, barley, wheat, wheat midds, and millet. We also bring in sunflower meal from North Dakota. We bring in cottonseed meal from Texas, and we bring in oats by the rail car from Canada. On the organic side, we have to bring ingredients in from further reaches because there's not as many locally grown organic feedstuffs. To flake grains, we have to put it through a flaking machine where the grains get heated to about 180 degrees with steam to help break down the exterior kernel of the seed. And then it is rolled on a set of rollers that has crimps in it, and that helps fracture and break apart the external part of that seed to expose really the protein and the starch component that it has available. Or we can take those grains and we can put them through the hammer mill. The hammer mill has a set of screens that we can change out and alter the particle size. Alternatively, if we want corn, for example, to be in more of a chopped size or in larger chunks, then instead of putting it through the hammer mill, we'll put it through the roller mill, which cracks the seed and exposes the nutrients for the animal. So the nutrition department, we formulate feeds relative to the animal's requirements, and we use a set of guidelines by the National Research Council to make sure that we are delivering the nutrient requirements of those individual species relative to the stage of production that we're in. Once the guys receive the formula that we've sent over from the nutrition department, then they're able to batch and sequence the feed. The automated system will pull the bulk ingredients and automatically weigh them, and anything that's a small ingredient that needs to be added to the recipe, then the hand add operator will add it literally on a gram scale and add it to the blend by the scoop. Things that would be added at the hand add station would include the vitamins and minerals, particularly the trace minerals, copper, zinc, manganese, selenium, iodine, cobalt, vitamins A, D, E, and C. We can add probiotics at this point, flavor enhancers, a lot of specialty things like bypass amino acids or really cool things for show feeds like chromium. Also at the hand add station is where we add the medications, and that is highly supervised on how we weigh it out and add it to the feedstuffs, and we have to keep a log of that, a very detailed log down to the gram of all the drugs that we've used. If we are now going to pellet that feed, then it goes upstairs to the pellet mill. And the pellet mill is really what makes a feed mill a feed mill. It is the guts and the heart and soul of what a feed mill is. The batched feed or the mixed feed that was made below in the mixers is moved up to a holding bin. It is conditioned, the liquids are added, and it goes through the pellet die, and we can change those dies and affect the size of the product that's coming out. So once the pellets are cooled off and cleaned, then they can go 3 different directions. They can either go straight to the packaging line, they can be shipped to a bulk customer, or they can be used as the base pellet that carries the protein, vitamins, and minerals in a textured feed. The high side is a very unique part of Ranchway. It's the most antiquated, and it is not automated or computerized. And on that side of the mill, we make our textured feeds, which is where we blend flake corn, oats, barley, with molasses and the pellet to make beautiful textured blends for calf feeds. Feeds can either leave the plant either on bulk semi-trucks, or we can take it to the packaging line. At the packaging line, there is a robot that is fully automated and helps fill the bags and sew them shut and put the tags on it. The palletizing process is also fully automated, and the bags get stacked on the pallets and then moved into the warehouse. We have 4 warehouses. One warehouse is just for pet food and specialty cat foods, and the other 3 warehouses all maintain a variety of different feeds that can then be shipped out to our dealers. Even though the mill is almost 150 years old and looks very antique from the outside, it's actually very modernized on the inside and run almost completely automated by robots and a computer system. We are very proud of the history that we have and how long we have sustained in business in a small town like Fort Collins. But we are also very proud of how we continually strive to bring modern, new technology that's on the cusp of nutrition, knowledge, and expertise to our customers.